What's going on, guys? Just coming at you with another video here. Today I am sharpening the blades on my Gravely Pro Stance 52, and I'll also be cleaning out the deck and stuff like that. So the past couple days have been pretty wet around here, and it's been really hard on the mowers. I've seen a lot lately, so I know it's been time, much needed time for changing the blades and sharpening stuff up and things like that. So that's exactly what I'm going to do now. I'll show you how easy it is. So changing the blades on the Pro Stance really isn't that hard, and sharpening blades isn't something that's too hard either. These are all things that you can do yourself. It just takes a little bit of practice and a little bit of getting used to, and in the long run it can save you a lot of money, and it'll give you less downtime too. A lot of times when you take something to the shop, not only is it expensive, but at least by me, turnaround time isn't that great. So I've come to learn a lot of stuff myself and find it a lot easier to do the maintenance and everything yourself rather than take it to a dealer and pay somebody else to do it. Why do that when you can just do it yourself? So I did make some investments. I got the Milwaukee M18 Fuel angle grinder. I do have a corded angle grinder also. This one just came in a kit that I got. Basically what's on here is a grinding disc. So I use that after I take off the blades to sharpen them. As far as taking off the blades, I use a Milwaukee. This is just I have a couple other impacts, but this one works the best just because of how short it is. You don't have to jack the mower up as high. This is just the 1/4-inch hex M18. I also have the M18 Fuel impact and the high torque impact, but both of those are a little bit longer. The other thing I want to point out that's really important when working on stuff like this is number one is safety. Anytime you're under the mower, you definitely want to pull the spark plugs, just because you never know. I mean, the chances of the blades ever turning on are slim to none, but you really want to be careful all the time under these machines, because guys, the last thing you want to do is like lose your hand, lose a finger or whatever. It's not worth it, and it's something you'd have to live with the rest of your life. So little things like a board here, you're probably wondering what this is for, and I'm going to show you just in 2 seconds how important this piece is right here. A board, a block, anything is going to be super important to put behind the mower when you're jacking it up. Now, you don't need anything special as far as a jack. A lot of people spend the money on a mower lift, and personally I thought about it, but you really don't need one. If you have one, great, but what I'm saying is if you already have a floor jack, I wouldn't go out and buy a mower lift just for your lawnmower. It's not worth the 200 bucks unless you're underneath it every single day. For me, I'm underneath it every once in a while, probably once a week or not even. Sometimes longer than that, sometimes shorter, it just depends. So I'm going to show you exactly how I do this and how easy it can be, and these are just simple tricks that I've learned and taught myself over the years and learned from other people here on YouTube that I want you guys to learn, that can save you a lot of money and a lot of time. The whole purpose of this board right here is to prevent the machine from rolling back when you're underneath it. So all you're going to do is you can either use one tire or both tires. I'd recommend at least one tire. So what I do is right here, and then you can just kind of kick it in a little bit. So right here, we got the low profile jack. We're just going to simply slide that underneath. You can even jack it up by the deck. It's not that big of a deal. Otherwise, you can obviously go by the frame. The only problem with going by the frame is that you're not going to be able to lift it as high without using wood. Now you definitely want to remove your spark plug wires. Here's your spark plug. Here's the boot. I pulled that off right there. I'll show you exactly how to do it on the other side of the mower here, because there's two on these engines, these bigger ones. So you can see this one's right here, and it's going to be pushed on there. So you got to kind of wiggle it a little bit, and then just pulls right off. And just push that off to the side. That way, there's no way the machine can start. Here it is. You got the impact. You got the 15/16 socket on the end of it. And this will take the bolts right off for us. So the other thing you're going to need when you sharpen your blades is you're going to need a blade balancer. It's really important to keep the blades balanced, that way it all cuts evenly and everything. So this is what the balancer looks like. You can get these pretty cheap for a couple bucks at your local hardware store. This one came from Menards, and I think it was like $4 or $5. So this is just a cheap alternative to get you by for a while. This will work, or to help you sharpen your blades. The other very, very important thing that you're going to want to do, especially when sharpening blades, safety glasses. I cannot stress this enough. I've learned the hard way so many times, and I'm at the point now where I don't even mess around. No matter what I'm doing, it's always safety glasses. And you can be the people that want to not use them. That's fine, I get it. But if you really want to be safe and you really want to see good, I recommend using these things. They're cheap. They're like not even a buck, and all it is like this. Boom, done. You can say I look goofy, you can say whatever, but at the end of the day, I know I'm safe. So look at the blades here, and as I'm looking at them, I can see they're a little bit rough. This is where you kind of want to do your inspection and see if these blades are worth saving or if they're worth just getting rid of. You can see there's a big chunk out of this one right there, and we should be able to grind these down enough where we don't have to worry about these. So I think we can use these ones still, but otherwise, blades aren't that expensive. I think I got this set for like 35 or 40 bucks. As far as getting blades, these blades came from Amazon, and I believe they were only 30 or 40 bucks for the set. These are high lift mulching blades. Some people call them gator blades too. These work really good for the fall. I've been running them year round, but really good for fall leaf mulching and stuff like that. Now it's just a matter of running a couple passes on each side of the blade. I'd recommend probably 3 or 4 or 5 maybe at first, and then take a look at it. Do 5 on the other side. Just keep it consistent, that way it should stay balanced for you and it's less messing around later. But otherwise, I'll show you how to balance them out here in a second, but we're just gonna take some off of it with the angle grinder. You can see right there, this is a pretty well balanced blade. Now this one's ready to get put back on the machine. Another good thing to do is to clean out your deck while you're underneath it. It gets a lot of grass buildup and stuff like that. You guys saw in mine, there's a little bit of even mold just because of all the water, but that'll come right off. A putty knife usually works pretty good. I just forgot one today, so I ended up using a block chisel that we use for landscaping instead, but hey, it works, whatever. It's also really important to remember to put the spark plug wires back on. Otherwise, you'll have it like me, you'll forget about it, and then you're wondering why your machine won't start, and then you think you broke something, but you didn't. It's just the little spark plugs. And then this puppy will start right back up. Just make sure you hear it click. There it is. Don't forget to move your block. You end up like me, running it over. You know what? It's just, I just find it funny, everybody thinks that everything's like always perfect and everything, but the fact of the matter is so many things happen that aren't perfect, and so many times these videos get cut and fixed just to make it look good. But I'm leaving this part in here because I think that's hilarious. I hope you guys get a kick out of that too. So the other thing I like to do is either put down like a tarp or cardboard, And that'll get most of the mess for you, so it's less sweeping up to do later. So now I can just go dump this in the garbage can or whatever and get rid of it. Nice and simple. So there you have it. The blades are all on here. Let's go take this thing out and see if it cuts. That's how to take the blades off the Pro Stance, and this is the exact same process for any other mower or machine. Really, it's not too hard, and it's something that you should be able to do yourself, and really no special tools required. The tools that you saw that I have, you can pretty much get anywhere. Although like the Milwaukee stuff, you don't obviously need an impact. You can use a socket or a breaker bar, things like that. There's other little tips and tricks I can teach you guys along the way. I'm still trying to figure out why I still have these safety glasses on. I'm not really quite sure. I was finishing sharpening the blades about a half hour ago and they're still on, but hey, you know, maybe you just wear them for fashion kind of thing, you know. They're kind of like Oakleys and Ray-Bans. You just kind of put them on and hope everybody sees you, so keep these on. Maybe I'll just wear these in all the videos, you know, everybody block out them haters, you know what I'm saying? But no, all joking aside though, hopefully you found this video to be helpful with you guys. I hope it a little bit of information maybe shared along for you. Post down below what you guys do, any other tips and tricks that you'd like to share with all these people that are watching. I'm sure they'd appreciate it. I'd appreciate learning some stuff too. Learning, that's the number one thing you can do. Networking and meeting new people is always great too. That's the whole point of social media, right? So if you're not already subscribed, go hit that subscribe button. We got a lot of great content coming here. And GIE Expo's coming up pretty soon. We'll see you guys there hopefully. If you guys want to meet up, that'd be great. Let me know. And if you're not following us on Instagram, follow us on Instagram too, at JC'sLawnTips. So if you like what you're seeing, like this video. And thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you in the next one. Take care.